What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Right now, I am in the phase where I get to head back to the crib so that I can make sure that I'm home for the Millionaire Morning Show. Sometimes I like to catch a flight early in the morning. I just don't think that I'm in the mood to be able to get up at 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning so that I can catch a 6 o'clock flight. Honestly, my next goal is just to move completely private. And I know a lot of people say, well, it ain't worth it or whatever, so on and so forth. I don't look at life in the same way that you do. I look at life as how can I afford it and how can I justify it versus having a conversation about whether or not it makes sense financially. Life is about convenience. At some point, you get to the point in your life where you're more focused on health, wealth, saving time, and making sure that you have the best experiences. And so that's what I look at. Whatever it is the next level from wherever I'm at is what I focus on. But that's not what I'm focused on right here in this particular conversation. In this particular conversation, I'm more or less focused on the market. The market. Because the one conversation that's never going to go away is the conversation about relationships. And my goal, right, because there's a lot of different goals. I seen a woman today, and I did a reaction video, and I'm sure that you guys seen it earlier, where she was basically saying that the red pill ruined her relationship. And I absolutely disagree with that. She ruined her relationship. Or maybe he had preferences, or maybe he upgraded his lifestyle, or maybe he wasn't growing in the same direction as he was. It's a lot of different things that could happen. But my goal was ultimately get people married. Because I believe that the strongest environment, culture, is strong households, where people have children that are raised in two-parent households with strong men and super feminine women. That's my goal. All of this other stuff, it's a byproduct of it. If you see all of this homosexuality, it's a byproduct of not having strong households with men and women in it. If you see all of this poverty, it's a byproduct of not having strong households and people breaking up their family. If you see this feminist movement continuing to grow, it's the byproduct of households breaking up and people being raised in single-parent households. And then they say, well, it's not my fault. It's my culture. It's my environment. It's the situation that I was put in. It's the fact that I got trauma. It's the fact that I didn't have a strong father. It's the fact that people were touched when they were younger and they weren't protected. That's true. But the best remedy for that is to be proactive, not reactive, and for us to have strong households. And so I got to thinking, because going forward, I want to be more goal-oriented. I want to be more solutions-oriented. What's up, fellas? Chillin'. I want to be more solutions-oriented, right? And the best way for me to do that is to first assess the problem. And the problem right now, and I'm not really sure that I can fix you guys, because if you're still in the pool, if you're still out here, and you pass the age of 26, let's give it a good 25, 26. You're on the edge. You're on the edge. And the reason that I say you're on the edge is because the good people get picked. The winners get the trophy. They win. And so if you're still available at 35, 36, and some people are going to lie to you and they say, well, I'm single by choice. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I don't trust your judgment. You're wrong. Nobody, especially women, wants to be by themselves once they get past 30, 32, 33. And they're going to cope and they're going to lie to you. And they're going to say stuff like, I really want this and this is my thing and all of this stuff. I don't believe you. And if you could have, you would have. And it's a strong possibility you skipped over the guy that you were supposed to be with. And so what's left, I look at it just like the car market, right? Very rarely, very, very rarely do you get a situation where you get a rare vehicle. And most people don't want used cars unless it's an exotic. I'm not talking about exotic from this place or that place. Because even right here in Miami, right? Honestly, it's a lot of lip filler. It's a lot of surgery. It's a lot of that. And I'm not saying that it don't look decent, but I'm saying that there's other things behind the facade that you would want to evaluate before you decide that you want to make it your wife. And it still has a lot of mileage on it. I mean, from a distance, and this is what Miami is. Miami is a used Lamborghini with 89,000 miles on it. And you can repaint the body and you can redo the motor, and it's gonna be very, very expensive to do so. A lot of people think that they got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of options. Fact of the matter is, when you start looking at the paint, it's chipped. The engine is sputtering. It's got a lot of problems, a lot of mileage. A lot of people have been through it. But, you know, it looks good on the outside. It may not be so great on the inside, and the value of it is not what you think it is unless they can find a sucker to pay for it. And in the rest of America, it's equivalent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get these situations where you see these people or all of these in situations, and most of them have a lot of mileage, a lot of used cars, and very rarely do you find an exotic that's been garage, stored, protected. And when you find that, it's like finding a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally, you'll get a used car that was taken care of by an old couple or a person that didn't put a whole lot of miles on it, and they were protected. And that's the person that may be the divorcee or something like that. But occasionally, you'll get that diamond in the rough where it's that woman, and it's like an old couple that one on her car. They took care of it. They didn't dog it out. You know, it never really got above 60, 65 miles an hour on the freeway, but they just used it in order to go out on Sundays or to make the occasional grocery run. And when they passed it away, you know, their kids didn't necessarily care for it. And so what they did was they sold it. You very rarely, that's a rare find. And if you get that, boy, you need to cherish it. And a lot of people really don't know what it is. They don't know what it is when they see it, and they start to group it in the same car. You know, I hunt for those type of cars. I'm not talking about girls, I'm talking about cars. You know, my 96 Impala, I hunted for that. One owner, down south, straight from Alabama, shipped right up here to me to Michigan. No lights on in the car, no none of that. Very, very great car. Original engine, original everything. I didn't change anything on it. Didn't even add no tinted windows. I just left everything original. I do have the original rims, but even the replica rims that I use that's a little bit bigger, those is just substitutes. You know what I'm saying? Until I can really determine what I want to do with it. And I only take it out maybe 3 or 4 times a year, but I really love that car because it's the car that I wanted when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I look at the market like that, but the rest of them, the majority of them, they flooded vehicles, they salvage titles, they cars that had, you know, lemon laws and all of that, and y'all keep thinking that you got a good thing just because you get a salvage title. That's not a good thing. That's a thing with a lot of mileage on it, and that's a thing that's a step baby mama. And I'm not saying step baby mamas are bad people, but we're not talking about bad people, we're talking about people that are suitable for marriage and relationships. And the pool is just messed up. It's absolutely wretched right now. So for me personally, I'm going to go on a mission. And even when I'm evaluating things, even when I'm making assessments, even when I'm having conversations on after hours, even when I'm doing reaction videos, I am going to focus on being more solutions oriented and objective rather than just telling you what my authentic thoughts are. It's not just enough to have authentic thoughts anymore. It's important for me to tell you how you can get past the situation that you're in. And some of you are just gonna have to settle for a flooded vehicle, or you just gonna have to take care of what you got. That's the best solution, honestly. Is to take care of what you got, because it may be a new car smell, but you may get it repossessed because you really can't afford the payments on it. You know what I'm saying? And they just looking to finesse you anyway. They just looking to get that money out of you. That's why they keep saying they won't provide them in instead of the one husbands. So, anyways, neither here nor there. Again, I just wanted to tap in with you guys before I jumped on this flight. Right over there, H6. Y'all ever flew out of H6 over here in Miami Airport? They just switched it from H5 to H6. So we're going to be heading over there. I will see you in the morning on the Millionaire Morning Show. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Look forward to you guys tapping into the Patreon. We got Block Club this week, so I'm about to set that up on the plane. Got to have that plane with Wi-Fi. Don't get no plane without Wi-Fi. I'm about to set that up on the plane right now. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.